About a week later, I get a text from his wife, says Ron is ready. So I turn around, I go back over there, get in there, and I'm getting ready to pray with Ron, lead him to the Lord right there in his kitchen. And so we're getting ready to pray, and his wife's standing over there in the corner. And I said, why don't you come on over here too? She comes over there, we grab hands, and led them both to the Lord right there.
Welcome to the Ignite with Barry Meguiar podcast, where Barry's book and passion for spreading God's love are guaranteed to ignite your life. Now listen in and prepare to have your life ignited.
Dave, great to have a few minutes with you. We're both laymen, but we're both in full-time ministry, right?
Absolutely.
And so your flooring business puts you in opportunities. Look at the opportunities you have every day, right?
It's an inside job. I mean, I look at it that way. The Lord has given me an opportunity to walk right into the home.
Oh, my
Right
goodness
into the homes
sakes.
and talk to him about the Lord, just a man that was dying of cancer, and he was very sick, and his wife says, well, this is Ron, and he said, yeah, I'm the invalid. And he was turned the other way. And I said, when I got talking to him, I said, Ron, can I pray for you? I believe the Lord's a healer. He can heal you. And he said, he was just standing there and trying to decide if he wanted to let me pray for him or not, Well, I did. I prayed for him and put my hands on him and started praying over him right there. And when I opened my eyes, he had tears coming down his face, both sides. And he said, when he was praying for me, he said, I felt something in my body that I've never felt before in my entire life. And he said, I'm not sure what that was, but that was incredible. And I said, man, that's the presence of the Lord, And right then I asked him, hey, Ron, do you want to receive the Lord into your heart? And he said, no. He said, no, I don't. And he said, I'm not ready. And I said, Ron, this is my phone number, because I was finishing his job. About a week later, I get a text from his wife, says Ron is ready. So I turn around, I go back over there, get in there, and I'm getting ready to pray with Ron, lead him to the Lord right there in his kitchen. And so we're getting ready to pray, and his wife's standing over there in the corner. And I said, why don't you come on over here too? She comes over there, we grab hands, and led them both to the Lord right there.
Wow.
1 month goes by, and that lady calls me, and she says, I want to tell you and say thank you for, listening to the Lord, because she said Ron has gone home to be with the Lord. And it's just a way of, so many times we may feel insecure, we don't have the right, whatever. You step out there in faith and let the Lord, and Ron is in heaven today. Because,
Can you
wow.
can you match that with anything in life? Is there anything more exciting in life than knowing Ron's in heaven right now?
It don't get no better,
It doesn't get any better than that.
Don't.
It's the greatest experience in all of human experience. There's
true.
nothing that matches that.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just something. So you have a daily experience. You get to go into people's homes. And,
Oh man. Yeah.
And boy, do you see stuff, right?
Oh yeah. Just recently I was at a job, and I was talking with this guy on the phone, and I was trying to witness to him and lead him to the Lord. Is an old friend of mine, and I was talking to him, and he was so shooting me down every time. I would say, that's the blessings of the Lord. He'd say, that's karma. That's what you call that. That's karma.
So this has been going on for a while?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Well, I was at a job, and I was trying to talk to him, and he wasn't receiving it. And
this was at the job. At
Right,
the point,
yeah.
And he was blowing it off as karma.
Right,
Okay,
karma and all this stuff,
I'm with you now. Okay.
And so I'm trying, and I said, Lord, I'm not getting through, I'm not. I want to say something that penetrates. I wasn't feeling.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, I'm at this job, and the painters are there, and this guy's walking back and forth. And he's walking right by, and he comes back, and when I get off the phone, he says, where do you go to church at? And I said, I go to, International Worship Center. And he says, oh, that's interesting. He said, and I said, how'd you know I go to church? And he said, I was over listening to your conversation. And he said, you said something in that conversation that I've been praying for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
He said, I've been asking the Lord,
Yes.
I don't want to make any decisions in my life without asking you first. And he said, you told that guy on the phone that you didn't want to make any decisions without asking God first. And he goes, I feel like that's some kind of a sign. And I said, I do too.
Do you think?
Yeah. And so,
Wow.
met him at the job. He has been coming to the church.
Oh, my goodness.
He's plugged in. Yeah. He's in the discipleship classes.
Oh, my
He brings
goodness.
his wife and his children. They are growing in the things of God. That's just been a month ago right now. And I just to see him growing and...
So you're focused on your old friend here, not even realizing that you're being listened to by someone over here who responds.
Had no idea.
And you get to go right into their homes and see them firsthand.
Absolutely.
What an opportunity God's given you. You're not there by accident.
No.
Praise God. Praise God. Great to be with you. Thank you so much for sharing time with us.
If you enjoyed today's episode, let us know. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review to help us reach more listeners. Remember, sharing your faith ignites your faith. See you next time on the Ignite with Barry Meguiar podcast.